Yo boys, it's Dan and welcome back to the final Premier League prediction video before the World Cup in Qatar. As time of films, the World Cup is only a week away. It starts on the 20th of November. And as time of filming this, we are 9 subs away from the magical 200 subs. Again, no guests this week, but we have videos coming thick and fast right now. We'll have an England squad reaction video on probably Saturday or Sunday, maybe, depending on when I can get it out. I'm probably gonna get it out Saturday night, maybe. And then we've also got the World Cup content, live reactions, predictions, all sorts of them coming to the channel. Smash that like and subscribe if you want to see World Cup content, boys. And let's let's get into the last Premier League prediction video of until the World Cup. Now, our first game is Man City versus Brentford. Now, I don't know how these teams will play because they all know after this game they'll be flying off to their so-called countries or meeting up in their camps for the World Cup. So players won't want to get injured now. They will not want to get injured. And Man City Brentford, I'm going to go Man City to win this game by 2-0. But it could very easily be a lot more goals than that. Again, no guests this week, but we will probably have guests for the World Cup guests. We will have guests for the World Cup predictions. And they move to Bournemouth versus Everton. Now, Bournemouth again are in pretty good form. You would say that Bournemouth are sort of good right now. Bournemouth again throw a 2-goal lead against Leeds on the weekend. That's 2 they've thrown in a row now, Lee. But I'm going to say that this game will be Bournemouth 2, Everton 3. I think Everton can do it again because I do not think that Bournemouth will probably defend another 2-goal lead. And now we move to the next game, which is Liverpool versus under new management, Southampton. As you were aware, Southampton did sack Ralph Hasenhüttl over the week, and they have brought in the Luton manager, Nathan Jones. Now, the last time Nathan Jones left Luton, I think he went to Stoke, or something weird like that, and didn't do very well. But I think Southampton, I don't know how we'll get on at Southampton, but will Southampton have that new manager bounce? I don't think they will. Liverpool are playing, Liverpool are in some form. I'm going to go Liverpool 4, Southampton 0. I just think that Liverpool will just want to smash them. Liverpool want to smash them on the Super. Like, Nathan Jones, what are they appointed now? He disappointed him after the World Cup, but okay, yeah, okay. Like they're doing with Wolves, we're going to Wolves' advantage in a minute. And now you move to, now the next game is Forest versus Crystal Palace. Now, Forest got a vital point against Brentford on the weekend. And they need to take this game and win it or draw it. They need to at least get a point or something from this game. Like Palace, they're also good. Palace did come from behind to beat West Ham last weekend as well. But I do think that it will be a very close game, and I think it will be Forest 2, Crystal Palace 2, and there might be some late drama like there was last weekend with Nottingham Forest. Now you move to Spurs versus Leeds United. Spurs lost 2-1 to Liverpool. I mean, it is Liverpool at the end of the day. And Leeds, they did beat Bournemouth 4-3. What a map that was at NMO. Honestly, if you're neutral on that game, what a game that was. Somerville, his third goal, his third late winner in 3 matches. I mean, I don't think they'll do it again. I don't think they'll do it again. But if they do, then it's amazing. And I'm going to go for a Spurs win of 2-1 to the Spurs. And now we move to West Ham versus Leicester City. Now, West Ham, they are very, very good in terms of form right now, Leicester. No, West Ham, sorry. Leicester, beginning to find some form. Tielemans took an absolute worldie on the weekend against Everton to win that game for Leicester. But I do think that West Ham will have enough West Ham to win 2-1. And then we move to Newcastle versus Chelsea. Now, this game for Chelsea is a must-win. Graham Potter is under some pressure now. After not winning in a couple of games, he's under some pressure. But Newcastle at home, Newcastle are so good at home, honestly. Almiron is finding form now at like the best times. I don't think Paraguay are going to the World Cup. If you can keep this form up after World Cup, as time filming, Newcastle are third, right? As time filming, Newcastle are third place. I do think Newcastle can put up a shock. I'm gonna go Newcastle 3, Chelsea 2. I think it'll be a big. It might be a shock. And I'm gonna now move to Wolves versus Arsenal. Now, regarding Wolves' new manager, they have agreed a deal with Julian Lopetegui. I can never say his name. Julian Lopetegui. He's a Spanish manager. He is going to take charge during the World Cup. So his first game will be after the World Cup on Boxing Day, which I think is the first. That is probably the first games back after the World Cup. And Arsenal, they're still top of the league. They are still playing well, Arsenal, and I do believe that Arsenal will give Wolves a match. Well, not a good game, but I'm going to think Arsenal to win 4-0. Honestly, Arsenal to win 4-0. Yes, Wolves scored 2 at home for the first time this season, but they did also lose to Brighton as well. But speaking of Brighton, we move to them next. Brighton versus Aston Villa. Is that link there? That's a nice link. Aston Villa beat Manchester 3-1, but it is Unai Emery, and United have always had, and we'll get on to United. We'll get on to United in a minute, but Villa look good under Emery. And Brighton got their second win in a row against Wolves, coming from behind, and they'll be on that bounce, and I think it'll be a close game of 2-2. Now we move to the last game before World Cup, which is Fulham versus Manchester United. Manchester did lose to Aston Villa, but it is Unai Emery, and in the past Manchester have had one-ins with Unai Emery, and we have lost a lot of games just in. The last game I remember we lost was that penalty shootout Europa League final against his Villarreal team last season, or 2 seasons ago I think it was now. But we need to bounce back on after the international break, after losing this game, and I'm going to say Manchester United will win this game by 2-0, and that will bring the Premier League to an end and a stop for the World Cup. The next video you will see on the channel is my reaction to the England 26-man Gareth Southgate squad for the World Cup. That will be either Saturday or Sunday, and we'll get into, and then that will start the World Cup off. So the next prediction video you will see is the World Cup predictions. I don't know when it will be live, but it will be up sometime in a few weeks or something, or like a day before something. It'll probably be up the 19th or the 18th of November. And until then, boys, enjoy the last Premier League weekend. And until then, I'll see you all on Saturday or Sunday for an England reaction video to the World Cup. Until then, peace and bring on the World Cup.